Tucker actually is almost spot on with what he said. Let's play what Tucker Carlson said. So he was on with Steve Bannon. He had really good, valid points. Here's what's going on, okay? And I love Donald Trump. Donald Trump reacts to what's right in front of him sometimes. So they just asked him about Tucker Carlson, and he kind of took like some pot shots at Tucker, and then he went on True Social, and he's like, kooky Tucker Carlson, Iran can't have a nuke or whatever. How can you listen to this right here and not like Tucker? Listen.
And the incentives to pull the U.S. in are so profound. I guess if I could just say one political thing, the watching Donald Trump, who of course you know very well, who I think at core is sincere about peace.
Big time.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. I mean, that's real. Watching him done so wrong. The lies. Oh, he knew all along. You know, the peace process was fake. Steve Witkoff was playing along. That is a lie. That's a lie. I know. That's a lie. Those guys meant it.
Bald-faced lie.
It's a total lie. And all these people that Mark Levin and all of the minions who are running cover for a foreign government, they're all telling that same lie.
Mark Levin's a piece of shit, by the way.
I feel for President Trump, and I think, I don't know this, I'm just guessing, but at this point, I feel like he just has to kind of roll with it. That right in the middle of a war.
No, I think he reiterated last night that we got to get back to the peace part. They got to lay down the guns.
They're lying about him. He sincerely, even now, he sincerely believes, whether he's right or not, I can't say, but that this could be a predicate to a peace deal, what we're seeing now. He really thinks that and wants that, and the other side is just like, no, a peace deal is immoral.
It's the other side, but the other side also has the apparatus here. This is what happened
in the U.S.
when Ukraine attacked. When Ukraine attacked, we still haven't asked Ratcliffe, was the CIA involved? There's zero probability Ukraine could attack that deep into Russia without some involvement. Here, the exact same thing. Why was Tulsi Gabbard not invited to the Camp David meeting all day?
You know why?
Why Tulsi Gabbard still to the American public has said, the last public statement is that the program was not back up and running. And now we have from Bibi by himself on Fox by Brent Baer that the thing was 12 to 13 months away. It wasn't this weekend.
I know.
And this is by his own thing. And we also know that
I don't think Tucker is doing anything out of line. I think Tucker is having a very level-headed conversation with Steve Bannon here. And I don't think, now again, there might be some other comments out there that I haven't seen, but I've seen quite a few of the comments made on here. And I don't think that Tucker is stabbing Trump in the back. I think he's questioning what he's seeing right now. And I think that he has every right to do that. I have no problem with what Tucker's doing.
That it was a decapitation, as we said on Friday. It wasn't just about the nuclear program. It's a decapitation of total leadership. So this is a total regime change, which, by the way, you may have a plan for regime change, is fine, but you got to bring the American people along. Let me go back.
By the way, I said that publicly last week. This is the point of this is regime change. I know everyone involved. I know I'm telling the truth. I have no weird motive here at all. I don't hate Israel. I'm not.
Plus, you know the players, and you went and you know the Iraq situation.
This isn't a regime change effort, and why not just say that? But you're a Holocaust denier for saying that. Well, stop. Let's have a rational conversation about what our aims are here, and maybe you can convince me that we need to support a regime change war in Iran. Tell me how that plays out in a country of 90 million people. Have you thought it through? Do you even care? And the answer is no. We have a economic and political and demographic crisis in Europe because of U.S.-backed, Israel-backed
Syria
wars in the Middle East.
Yeah.
That's what's destroyed Europe, where my ancestors came from. And I spend a lot of time there, and I love European culture, which is Christian culture. And it's destroyed that. And, shut up, you're not allowed to care. Who's making the rules here?
This is not a terrible discussion that Tucker's having. There's a lot of headlines that are trying to make it look like Tucker Carlson turns his back on President Trump. It's like Tucker Carlson is asking the right questions. He brought up how George W. Bush, which I do disagree with him, but he did know President George W. Bush very well. And he basically claimed that George W. Bush had a lot of good intentions and that were going to benefit America, yada, yada, yada. And ultimately, he got pulled into the Gulf War. I believe that George W. Bush built his entire administration because he was going to go to war with Iraq. And I believe he built everything to appease Halliburton and a few other companies that had no bid war contracts and everything like that. But his argument was that President Trump doesn't need to get pulled into a Middle Eastern conflict because it can take his focus away from what he needs to do here in America. I don't think that's a bad take. And all I could do is look at the situation for what is right in front of me. And when I hear the Prime Minister of Israel speaking directly to the American people about the conflict that he started, trying to convince us that we need to support him, and then using scare tactics like they could attack New York. No, they're not going to attack us. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? The United, if anybody dares to even think about coming after us on our land, come on. We know what would happen. We know what would happen. I mean, come on. So yeah, when he says that, that is I don't like that. I don't like it at all, man. It feels very much manipulative, and it just, that's what's bothered me more than anything. Now,